Well, good afternoon. This is Michael from Scottsdale, Arizona, and I have a couple things to talk to you about today. Today is the 7th of December, 2017. I had a wonderful holiday Christmas party last night, and of course, here I am. Everybody wants to ask questions, and questions came up about the stock market and where we were in the cycle with that. And of course, I'm a big cycle guy. I'm not much of a stock market guy. I'm a real estate man, and of course, most of my portfolios in real estate. I do have things in equities, but not at the moment. I'm in cash. So we were talking about that, and the story came up that a lot of these folks had been in 2007, 2008, and then of course here comes 2008 later in the year, and we all know what happened. The market came down pretty hard, came down and then popped up a little bit in the first part of 2009. People got excited. Well, we've seen the end, and then of course it crushed back down, and it wasn't until March of 2009 that it actually bottomed at around 666 for the S&P. Pretty brutal ending of that cycle. So anyone who was late to that cycle really had problems and probably lost money on it. And of course, it's really hard when you get into a cycle and you've made some money, and all of a sudden you just see it just whisked away from you, and instead of making money, yet you lose money. And of course, this is investment money. This is capital money. This is nest egg money. This is pretty sacred money. A lot of people have their IRAs, have their Keogh accounts in there, and of course, it's retirement money. So I mean, this is pretty important funds. So we want to make sure we preserve these because we are probably going to need them as you get through life. And of course, these are funds that are really important. I mean, they buy houses, they put kids through school. They're there for emergencies, and of course, one thing that's left over, we get to keep for retirement. And hopefully, there's a lot left over for retirement because, believe me, at my age, you're going to really need that retirement money. So we were talking about, well, I remember this. Where are we now? And here's the thing is that, these guys that got hurt in 2008 and 2009, their fingers were burned. And you know how that is. I mean, it takes a long time for you to forget the pain of that loss. I mean, it takes a really, really long time for you to say, because everybody's saying, I am never going in the stock market again. I hear I've lost funds, and it was just a terrible, traumatic ride, and I'm never going to do it again. Well, you get here, it's 10 years later, and we're looking at things, and the market's done pretty doggone well. So, and then particularly when you get Trump, and you get this euphoria, make America great again, and you see the stock market do as well as it has done. Why everybody gets excited about it, and they forget the pain that they had, and they get back into the marketplace. That's a timing issue. So, and when we can be concerned about timing is absolutely everything. Sometimes it's more important your timing than the asset class that you're in yourself. It's where are you positioned in the timing of that particular asset class. And of course, we're pretty late to the cycle, so the timing for the stock market cycle is probably pretty bad. I mean, it wouldn't be a great time to start. But let's just go over this. Is that the last people to get into the end of the cycle are the retail crowd. Professionals bought in 2009, 2010. These are the guys. That's when the wealth funds bought, the sovereign wealth funds bought, the professional institution money bought, and the private wealth. They all bought. They wait for these things. They're just chomping there at the bit for the next one to come along. So, I mean, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a correction in the real estate market. We're looking for a correction in an ongoing bull market. So we're really excited about that. We think, wow, we're gonna snap up some discounted property. So we're really excited about that. But we're coming to the end of a cycle for the stock market. I mean, they typically run around 7 years, 7.5 years, and here we are heading into 10 years. And of course, well, not 9 years, I guess it is, not quite 10. We've had a lot of interference from the central banks, and they've extended this a lot further than it should have gone. So that's where we're at on a timing cycle. And let me tell you, when you buy stock, someone sold it to you. It's not like they just created this. So every time that you bought 100 shares or 1,000 shares of stock, someone sold you that 1,000 shares of stock. And I'm going to tell you, it is the professionals and the institutional money and the private money, the sovereign wealth funds. They are selling. They're driving the market up as high as they possibly can. This is standard operating procedure for markets. You always get this big euphoria at the end. People. I'm going to tell you, just listen when you go to your holiday parties, your Christmas parties, and just listen to everybody congratulate each other as to how well they're doing in the stock market and how the things are just fabulous, and they're so happy that they're in there. I heard this in 2007. So, market peak 2007, December 14th, I think it was 2007. So people were really pretty excited about that. And this is just a repeat. And life is a cycle. As you get to be my age, you look back and you can see this has happened before. I've seen this movie before. So I would say to you, just need to pay attention. So when the professionals are selling, you need to start thinking that maybe you need to be selling as well, because this is sacred money. Most of the part, again, it's retirement money. It's nest eggs. It's savings for a house. It's savings for college. It's, and I talked to a guy yesterday that his children's college fund was in the stock market. And this is how it started, was that he was asking, well, I have my kid's college fund. And, I can't afford for me to have a problem because we've been saving, we've been investing. And, of course, they've done reasonably well. I mean, the market in the last 9 or 10 months, why the market has really, really done well. That's typical of a late stage market, though, is that the marketplace kind of spikes at the very end, and it sucks everybody in. So if you've done really, really well, no one's telling you have to get 100% out, but you don't have to be 100% invested at all times. So just keep that in mind, is that someone is selling you the stock. They're selling their portfolio to you. And we have statistics that are showing that the retail crowd is, not only are they fully invested, but they've borrowed on margin, and have a record margin debt. So the retail crowd, not only is it fully invested, it's hyper invested. So I don't know who's the next crowd that's going to get in, because the retail crowd is always the last one. So they're in. So I'm thinking that we're pretty close to the end of that cycle. You just need to be really, really careful with that. This is sacred money. I think that there are better cycles coming. Sometimes cash is a better thing for you to be in. You can certainly get into the real estate industry. I think that ours is an 18-year cycle, so we're looking for a 2023 spike is what we're accumulating our properties for. But here again, I think we're going to have a little bit of a correction as well, a correction in ongoing bull markets. So it'll be a great buying opportunity for us. So listen, if we can help in any way, shape, or form, I'm here to help. I have staff here to help. We'll answer questions. I'll talk to your significant other. We'll talk to your accountant. We'll talk to your tax advisor. We'll talk to your attorney, talk to your investment guide, your investment advisor. We can do a conference call. We'll do anything we can to help you. If you just want to brainstorm, we'll do that too. So my very, very best to you all. Bye-bye.